In this video, we're going to break down everything we know about version 5.8 so far, from confirmed leaks to educated predictions. By the end, you'll have a crystal clear picture of what's coming and, more importantly, whether you should pull, save, or start prepping for what's next.
Who else is trying to pull for their favorite character but the Primo Gems just aren't enough? Don't worry, I've got a way to save money and get double the Genesis crystals. This is Lootbar.gg. It works just like the in-game top-up system, but with up to 25% off, and new users even get a 10% extra discount. See this? The regular $100 pack only costs $81 on Lootbar, and each update they release an exclusive $72 bundle available for your first purchase every version. All you need is your UID. No password, no login. Just pick your bundle, select your server, and your crystals get delivered in about 5 minutes. Lootbar has awesome reviews. It's fast, secure, and trusted by tons of players. If you're planning to recharge for Genshin or Star Rail, don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and top up now with Lootbar. Safe, fast, and way more affordable. And don't miss that 10% off while it lasts.
Let's dive into what's probably got many of you most excited, the banners. According to super reliable leaker HomDG Cat, the character banners for version 5.8 will feature Mulani, Chaska, Inifa, and Citlali. If you've been keeping up with recent banners, these picks probably aren't too surprising. You see, every first-half Natlan 5-star character gets one rerun before we move on to the next region, and 5.8 is essentially the last big update before Nod Cry kicks off with 6.0. So if you've been hoping for one last shot at any of these characters, this is very likely your final chance for a while. Now, as usual, we don't know which characters will be in which phase, but here's my best guess. Inifa is the new character, and new characters almost always show up in Phase 1. That means you can pretty safely assume Mualani will join her in Phase 1, especially since she's Hydro and works really well with electro-charged comps, which ties directly into Inifa. Then, you'd probably see Chaska and Citlali in Phase 2. It just fits, right? But remember, this is just my prediction, so if I'm off base or you have a different theory, definitely let me know in the comments. But let's talk more about Inifa, because she's not just any new character. She's introducing something totally new to Genshin's combat system, a new elemental reaction called Moonshock. This is huge! Moonshock is essentially an upgraded version of electrocharged. When Electro meets Hydro, a thundercloud forms above enemies and continuously deals electro damage to all enemies affected by both elements. And it's not just for show either. The damage actually scales with elemental mastery and can critically hit. With high EM builds, you could be looking at almost 300% bonus damage from the reaction alone. Does that sound familiar? It should! This mechanic is strikingly similar to Nilou's Bloom to Super Bloom transformation. Like Nilou, Inifa modifies a basic reaction into a unique new version, opening up deeper team-building potential and specialized synergy. But she doesn't stop there. According to her leaked kit, Inifa is an electro-polearm user with a super sleek mecha design, complete with a massive mechanical fist and boots. Her entire vibe just screams high-tech fighter. Her elemental skill summons an intelligent drone-like assistant called Velcitar, which shields your party and automatically zaps nearby enemies with electro. Her burst resummons Velcitar, dealing AoE damage and refreshing its duration. Now her passives are truly game-changing. Her Ascension 1 passive actually overrides standard electro-charged and replaces it with the Moonshock reaction. It scales with the trigger unit's EM and Inifa's offensive stats. And her Ascension 4 passive converts a portion of her attack into elemental mastery for the active character. This means she supports both herself and others in Moonshock compositions. But Inifa wouldn't be complete without her signature weapon, and yep, that's leaked too! It's a polearm with high base attack and a crit damage substat. When you use an elemental skill or burst, you get a massive attack buff for 20 seconds. But here's the kicker. If you also create a shield during this time, your entire team gets a 40% boost to Moonshock damage. That means Inifa not only amplifies herself, but your entire team too. The synergy is just unreal. And just to make sure even free-to-play players can get in on the Moonshock action, the new 5.8 weapon, a free 4-star Claymore, is specifically tailored for Moonshock, Electrocharged, and Bloom. It regenerates energy and boosts EM when reactions are triggered, and yes, it even works when the wielder is off-field. So Claymore characters like Beidou can really benefit from it in these teams. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about the new map. Yes, we're getting a new island map. And no, it's not just a temporary summer area. This map is permanent and will be added to the upper left corner of Natlan. It features bright blues, gliding zones, and even literal water slides. The vibe is definitely summer resort meets exploration hub, and there are events and side quests tied to the map as well. However, don't get too excited about Marjavari just yet. That's going to be a domain, not an explorable area. Sorry to disappoint, but what about the events? Well, 5.8 is packed. The main event is called Leisure Resort and includes several mini-games like flower coloring, shooting challenges, and a rhythm game. Then we have Stealthy Pursuit, where you join Yellen in hunting down a criminal group. Harmonic Ensemble is another rhythm game with a Natlan theme. And finally, we have the Tavit Memories side story event Before the Snowfall, which is expected to drop some emotional lore tidbits and might even tie into the upcoming region. There are also new skins coming, with Yellen and Bennett being the lucky picks this time. Bennett's skin will probably be a 4-star reward from an event, while Yellen's is a premium 5-star skin. If you're a fan of cosmetics or just want to add more polish to your roster, this is definitely worth noting. On the quality of life side, things are improving across the board. The game now officially acknowledges Moonshock as a core reaction, meaning EM tooltips, Thundering Fury set descriptions, and several other reaction interactions are being updated to include Moonshock. Characters like Dory, Nuvolette, Sino, and Mona will now reference Moonshock in their passive or constellation effects where electrocharged previously applied. This opens up new builds and retroactive synergy that older characters might benefit from. Also, the Oculi Resonance Stones are finally getting smarter. You can now abandon a current scan, refresh the search, and avoid being directed to Oculi you've already marked. The in-game message for when you found all of them has also been made clearer. PlayStation players who purchased the Battle Pass no longer have to redeem it on console. It's now universal. Plus, a new tutorial tab has been added for transmuted reactions. So, what does all this mean for you as a player? Should you pull, skip, or save? If you're even remotely interested in electrocharged or want to explore Moonshock as a new reaction, Inifa is, in my opinion, a must-pull. But be cautious. Inifa is a reaction-specific unit. If you're not building around Hydro-Electro comps, she loses a lot of value. The same way Skirk needs Escoffier and other specific setups, Inifa is really only worth it when Moonshock is fully enabled. And always remember, the Nodcry patches begin immediately after 5.8. That means 6.0 will likely introduce new Archon characters, fresh 5 stars, and a brand new nation to explore. If you're running low on resources or still building your teams from Natlan, you'll need to plan smartly. There's no shame in skipping even strong characters if you know your roster can't support them or you're saving for something bigger. And before we wrap up, I just want to take a second to say thank you. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers on the channel. You guys are seriously amazing. I'm genuinely grateful for every single one of you. You've been supporting every leak breakdown, every Primogem guide, and every bit of speculation we've put out here. And now, with 5K just around the corner, I'd absolutely love it if you joined the journey. So if you're enjoying the content, please make sure to subscribe. Your support means the world, and I can't wait to bring you even more updates as we head into 6.0 and beyond. And with that, good luck if you're still wishing for Skirk.